Hello everyone and welcome to
Hello everyone
Whoops,
and welcome
I've just
to
deafened myself.
Hello everyone
Whoops,
and welcome
I've just
to
deafened myself.
Hello everyone
Whoops,
and welcome
I've just
to
deafened myself.
Hello everyone.
Whoops, that wasn't part of my plan. I did not know I had myself unmuted. Apparently I did. That is unfortunate. Don't know what. I don't know. Oh, I figured. Ah, that's what the problem is. There we go. I fixed it. There we go. That should fix that glow. There we go. Beautiful, fantastic, marvelous. Okie dokie. So, when last we left off, we had formed the Anglosphere, called the United States in totality. And we're working our way towards the Imperial Federation. And that is our primary goal for today. We are going to form the Imperial Federation. We're going to wrap everything up that needs wrapping up. We're going to return our primary force back to the home theatre. And prepare for, well, if you want to know the honest answer, the invasion of continental Europe. That's what's possibly on the cards at this moment. And of course, you know what, we'll get assault rifles, because, well, I mean, who wants to invade Europe without, well, you know, assault rifles. While modern helicopters would be useful, we need first-generation jet engines far more than we need anything else. Did I get the... No, I have advanced large. I need modern large, I think. So we're getting 47 airframes to increase the capability of our aircraft. Modern large. I need intercontinental bombers for modern large, which is annoying. It's fine that we can get the Skeeter though. That'll help us get better helicopters. Scout helicopter. So that replaces the helicopters we currently have, and then the Whirlwind is an anti-submarine helicopter. And then, obviously, the Wessex, which is the sea variant, and all that good stuff. As you do. So how's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's having a good time. Is enjoying their Sunday as much as I am. Whether you are or whether you aren't, I hope you're still having a fantastic time. And I know I am. So, doctrines. Doctrines. Specifically, land doctrines. I'm torn between full spectrum operations and maneuver warfare. I think maneuver warfare is what I'm going to go with. The org losses are just massively essential. I mean, I could go for operational depth, which would work. It is akin to Soviet doctrine, but it would work. Defensive doctrine is for nations that have secured their borders, but we're going on the offensive. Full spectrum operations could work. But I think it's going to be a new warfare doctrine that's going to take me through to victory. I suspect. Tactical air support. Forward air controllers. No, I'm gonna go for tactical aviation. as we enter the Jet Age. I'm going on offensive wars. I'm not going to nuke my enemy into submission, so therefore that means I need that tactical support. So what are we looking at in terms of... Okay! So the Italian League has disbanded. The French have formed the anti-fascist bloc. Poland is now basically on its own as the Commonwealth of Socialist Republics. The Communist PLC. The Danubian Federation still exists, containing all of basically Eastern Europe. I do not know how that... Denmark somehow came out with Italy as part of the Northern Security Pact. Florence has its own faction, the Free States of Europe, with no one else in it. And Japan is maintaining the West Pacific Treaty Organization. And still trying to crush the Bolivarian Alliance. I now need to consider what I'm going to do with, well, the navies. So, we can return the Pacific fleets back to Hawaii. Far Eastern Scouting Fleet and Far Eastern Submarine Flotilla can return to Singapore after conducting their operations. Far Eastern Scouting Force is led by 2 Cavendishes in Kent, I believe, which is fine. Cavendishes actually have kills to their name, with HMS Coral Sea and HMS Hobart being sunk by them. South American fleet did fairly well for itself, all being told, and is now obviously going to be based out of Buenos Aires, given the territorial gains we've made in the region. The North Atlantic Fleet was vital to operations in the Caribbean, but is going to be based now out of... what's the largest anchorage we've got in the region? Oh, we can base them out of La Libertad. So North Atlantic, that's more Caribbean-based, isn't it? Base them out of Philadelphia. That's a good way of doing it. Newfoundland-class cruisers are filtering into the fleet now. Mediterranean fleet is the QEs, the Avengers, and good old Arkansas. I mean, Arkansas has killed things. I mean, she's got... Oh, what did she kill? She killed a... Like, she killed a fair bit of stuff. Arkansas did. Like, she's got... Well, no, she didn't kill anything, but she damaged some destroyers, but still. Mediterranean Scouting Force obviously led by a pair of Cavendishes and 2 Londons. Should be more than enough to kill whatever we're dealing with. The French Navy, to be blunt, is... To be perfectly frank with you, I'd call it abysmal. There's no navy on the planet that can challenge me. The French Marine Nationale. I mean, look at it. They've barely got anything. They have 8 capital ships total. And none of them are properly worth a damn. The Poles have basically nothing. They've built up a large force of cruisers and destroyers. That's not going to help them much. The Danes haven't built much of a fleet. The Austrians may build a fleet now, but it would basically mean resurrecting the Tegetovs, which is, congratulations if they try that. The Japanese Navy is, well, basically fighting itself right now with the Imperial Quantum... Oh, the Imperial Quantum Alliance's fleet has been sunk. But it appears the Japanese did complete a second Yamato, so the IJN is... Well, the IJN... Is it? Do they technically still have the royal family? They do still technically have the royal family. So, State of Japan does have the royal family still, so the IJN is... Oh, they have 2... Okay, so the IJN is one of the major threats navally. I probably need to add a carrier fleet to the Pacific Fleet. Oh, that ship's weight. And then again. Well, Oh yeah, the Colorados did actually kill something, didn't they? They must have been fighting the Danes at one point. So, without further ado, we can stand back from early conscription to limited conscription because we don't need full extensive levels of... I mean, we're not going to burn through 11 million men fighting this war. It's just not possible. Unless things go stupidly, catastrophically wrong, but why would they? There we go, Commonwealth ties, which will bring everything together. We'll develop... Yeah, so the Raj... Yeah, so the Raj is probably... Well, we don't even have the... so there's no point doing that tree because we don't even have India. Commonwealth Air Training Plan. Development in Australia, develop New Zealand, development in Canada, develop South Africa. And then we will hold the Imperial Conference. And then we will do the Imperial Federation. That's the plan, basically. I need to figure out what to do with our shipyards. What we really need is a new form of carrier. And new tanks. You basically need new everything. It's not the honest answer to that question. Ah, advanced light tanks. We can create a new tank destroyer. Well, actually, what we can do is we can basically fully reinvent our tank force. So fix superstructure. Carrying the best high-velocity gun we can. Yep, obviously it's an archer. Open top hull, obviously. Stabilizer for the gun. Advanced radio. Fuel drum. Dozer blade for entrenchment. Oh, no thank you. Squeeze bore adapter. Riveted armor. I have welded armor. Horseman suspension for defense. A diesel engine for reliability. And just thicken the armor as much as humanly possible. And there we go. The Archer Tank Destroyer. And there we go. It looks like an Archer as well. Beautiful. And that will replace the Universal Carrier 6-pounder as our infantry support vehicle. As for our medium tanks, with the Americans under our control, I have to think about exactly what I'm going to do. I have a few choices here. Well, we had the Ram in service as our heavy tank currently, the Cruiser Mark 6 Ram. So I need to consider exactly what our new MBT, or our new medium tank's going to be. I think we don't want to exclude the Americans, so we want to go with the Cruiser Mark 7 Firefly. Which is, of course, what we want. So, 3-man turret. Stabilizer. Quick firing 17-pounder. Advanced radio. Fuel drum. Auto loader. Sloped armor. High hardness. Torsion bar suspension. Needs to be able to do at least 13 kilometers an hour. Which, of course, we can fit it with a gas turbine, so it can do that. Drop the armor a bit. There we go. And that's the Cruiser Mark 7 Firefly. Which keeps the connection with the new American territories of the Anglosphere quite well. I think. Airborne tank chassis probably not needed. We should probably get rocket artillery though, could be quite useful. Tank div. The tank divisions are fully mechanized, aren't they? They are. Yeah, fantastic. They're alright for now. Give the infantry divisions another set of support anti-tank, support anti-tank destroyers. Actually, no, they've got line. They don't need that. Think exactly what else they need. Probably the colonial garrisons. Well, the colonial garrisons have a light tank TD attached. They could probably do with super heavy artillery though. And we need to consider exactly what the African theatre will entail when, well, basically when that war goes hot, which it will do soon. So we need to basically prep for that. You're all normal infantry division, so I'm actually going to transition you back to being colonial garrison forces to save on manpower, and then train up basically 2 new army groups to serve in the African theatre. I'm sure we've got the generals for it. I mean, I'm 95.55% sure we've got the generals for it. I think. I hope. Right, so. And then, of course, we've got the nuclear fission bomb project proceeding at a pace. So that's our next generation of ships done. So the Newfoundland class and the Cavendish class, which is fine. We built the new tribals, didn't we? Yeah, we did. So let me split you down to 30 and 30. And then 15, 15. Basically, we need to basically bulk up each of the main fleets. So the home fleet gets 15. The American West Indies fleet gets 15. The Far Eastern fleet gets 15. And the Pacific Fleet gets 15 tribals. Each fleet gets 15 of the new modern tribal class destroyers. As for subs, we're doing okay. Not perfect, but we could be better, could be worse. What do we need? 1947 MBT chassis, which we won't have for a while yet. We still have to get through mediums. That's fine, though. We can get there. We're alright for now. Okay, carry on. Forwards. Onwards to the Imperial Federation. What I really need to consider is what comes next. So the Temeraire class super heavy battleships did serve relatively well and were mostly effective. What I basically need to consider is what comes after them. We did get the new modern 18-inch guns, didn't we? Or we're researching those currently. Oh, no, we're not. So the Temeraires are fine as they are for now. It's not perfect, but it could be worse. Now we're upgrading our Air Force, basically. And we also need to wind in various parts of the Air Force currently deployed overseas. So the colonial forces are moving in to the Mediterranean, preparing to conduct operations against French North Africa. Which shouldn't be too long in the offing. Is that... Wait a minute. Is that... Do the Poles have colonial territory? It looks like they do. It could be. Oh my! Someone has followed. Well, we will go see who that is once the game stops auto-saving and I can safely leave it without it crashing out on me. Ah, Garius the Brit is here, and Dr. Clark has raided me. Marvelous, fantastic. That just happened, I think. Yes, that just happened. Garius, Poland can into sea. Yes, Garius, they absolutely can. And hello, Dr. Clark. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. We've just upgraded our tank fleet. We've got the Cruiser Mark 7 Firefly and the Archer, replacing the Universal Carrier 6-pounder and the Cruiser Mark 6 Ram, respectively. Chile has demanded the demilitarization of Patagonia. Politely, Chile, bite me. Like, I have an army in theater. Do you really want to do this? I probably need to research the better... well, I need to research 14-inch guns, actually. Where are we? Here we go. 14, sorry, 20-inch guns, I should say. Let's develop Australia. So we'll develop Australia. Let's make sure our relations with these powers are very, very good indeed. Ah, excellent. We have now atomic bombs. Marvelous. This is what we absolutely like. Absolutely what we like. So the Germans died, then came back again. We have ballistic missiles as well, which is fantastic, which makes me very, very happy. So we have decent radar. Working on our better tanks. Get me advanced heavy tank chassis, please. But it does mean I can now upgrade from the infantry tank Mark 1 Matildas to others. Garrison, the Brit literally just collapsed France into surrender in 1937 as Imperial Germany if they got to garrison one of their Maginot forts. Yep. Dr. Alexander Clark says it's a two-stage process raid now. It's confusing to academics. Very, very true. Very, very true here. So, very quickly, let us actually create the next generation. So this will be the infantry tank. This will be the infantry tank Mark II Churchill. If I can actually spell, you know, that'd be lovely. So we want a 3-man turret, carrying... what are we going to carry in it? Probably a longish gun, so we probably want... Which Churchill do I want? So that's two. That's 1 man. That's 2 man. This is 3 man. So I probably want that one. So again, carry a quick firing 75mm gun with a stabilizer, advanced radio, auto loader because pew pew pew, fuel drum. With ammo stowage, give it a diesel engine. Cast the armor. Give it torsion bar suspension. And just absolutely cover the thing in armor plate. There we go. And there we have the Churchills. Marvellous. Which I can then provide to my infantry divisions. And then that moves the light tank destroyers into support, making sure they've still got the piercing they need to deal with things they need to deal with. Marvellous. Fantastic. Ah, the Eastern Theatre. So we can disband the Eastern Theatre's troops now. Send them back to British Malaya. As we don't need them ourselves right now, so British Malaya can make of them what they will. It also frees up generals for the armies that are prepping to work in Europe. We'll assign the Marines to the African theatre, and their job will be to launch an invasion of Madagascar. Shouldn't be too hard for them to pull off. They are Royal Marines after all, in fully mechanized kit. So this should not be that big of a problem for them, I would hope. Special projects. I need 2 for the Intercontinental Bomber project. That's what I need. I need 2 breakthroughs for. I'm nearly there. Not quite there yet, though. Hello, Leslie. Nice to see you. Okay, so we need to make sure that we... Oh, Italy still exists? Oh, it does. Polish, Lithuanian, Italy. Very nice indeed. So yeah, we're currently the Anglosphere. Sort of a transitional formable I did before we get to the Imperial Federation. I'm just working my way towards it now. And preparing for the war in Europe. We've built the 60 Tribal class destroyers. And the 8 Temeraire class battleships. Endeavour, Dauntless Resistance, Defiant, Vanguard, Liberator, Thunderer, and Temeraire. Eagle and Hermes are working with them, but they're actually no longer fast enough to work with them. So Hermes and Eagle will now go to one of the Western Approach's escort forces. Because one of them has Langley. Yeah, fourth WEF has Langley. And that means we need to find another small carrier for them. Probably give them Ranger, actually. I mean, Ranger in the Med has done work. I mean, Ranger's got a lot of kills to her credit, bless her. Under Royal Navy... under Anglosphere control, she's done fantastic work. If it'll let me show her history. It won't let me show her history, which is annoying. But hey, that's what it is. Crikey, I've only been building the Fireflies for a minute. The boffins have come up with something even better. The Comet. Cruiser tank. Mark 8. The Comet. Stabilizer. Again, quick firing 77, same as the Firefly. Advanced radio. Auto loader. Fuel drum. Sloped armor. Torsion bar suspension. Gas turbine. High hardness welded armor. Give it a decent speed. Oh, we don't have the XP to make it what we want it to be, so I suppose it can hold off for now. The Firefly can sit as almost as a stopgap, basically. Getting decent levels of firepower into our forces. It's pity that Spain lost its home territory. I mean, Spain is a government in exile at this point, sat on the Balearic Islands. Sorry, not Balearic Islands, sorry. Oh yeah, the Balearic Islands, screaming aggressively at the French, who occupy their home areas. Did I build any multi? I'll build some multi-large caliber guns in the British Isles. One in Malta. One in Cyprus. And of course one in Hong Kong as well, just so we can bombard anything near our territory. Sterling production going well, artillery production going well, helicopter production going well, super heavy and super heavy self-propelled artillery filtering in. 6-pounder still the main anti-tank gun. Where? And there's the 5.5-inch artillery piece. Very good. Hello, Cord Auchinleck. Very nice to see. Coerce Turkey. Could do that, but why would I? I could reclaim the jewel in the crown, but that would mean wading into a very messy conflict between the Bolivarian alliance and the West Pacific Treaty Organization. And I'm not sure that's something I really want to do. I don't know why Malaya... Oh, Malaya has volunteers to the Imperial Quantung territories. All right, Malaya, you do what you do, I guess. I mean, that's what you do. Don't let me stop you. Let's see what people are saying. How's everyone doing? You all having a good weekend? I need to think of what I'm going to do with my... I need a better carrier hull before I build anything. There's no point building new carriers right now. We got plenty of... I'll just do a run through the fleets. So the home fleet, six heavy battleships, yeah, 35 destroyers. We could probably do with sending the 2 Newfoundlands to the home fleet proper. Rosyth escorting force is fine. 2nd and 5th submarine flotillas are fine where they are. Though 5th should probably move to serve with the North Atlantic Fleet based out of Philadelphia. Pacific Fleet is fine. New York, Nevada, Texas, Nevada, all of the standards basically. The Pacific Fleet is basically the ex-US fleet. It's all based out of Hawaii. It's there as a stopgap and sort of a bleeding force to fight the IJN until the Far Eastern Fleet can come in and drop the hammer on them, basically. Far Eastern Fleet I'm fine with, mostly. Oh, really? Oh. Chile wants to do this, do they? Alright. Okay. I can absolutely do this. Let me just bring the lads back. Where are they actually? Oh, they're there. They're not even halfway home yet. Bring the lads back. Bring the lads back to South America. I mean, if the Chileans really want to do this, I can do. Oh, never mind. We don't have to bring the lads back. We don't have to bring the lads back. The garrison forces are winning. It's fine. Keep them going home. Keep them going home. I've got to develop New Zealand. Yeah, it turns out they ran into a proper army and the Chileans got their teeth kicked in thoroughly aggressive fashion. Yeah, these aren't colonial troops. These are proper, full-on... British regiments. What did you think was going to happen? They've already lost 90,000 men. The war's barely been going a couple of days. This is aggressively horrific for them. I'm just going to let the AI bash itself into the wall, and just whenever they run out of steam, whenever their population and equipment reserves just run off completely, we'll just counterattack. I have no need to actually engage with the war beyond that point. I mean, I can prep an offensive when that point comes, and I will do that, actually. There we go. So we'll prep an offensive. While I'm here, I may as well crush this little southern area. So that it is crushed and I don't have to deal with it. Not take long to do. No, thank you, Portugal. I don't need volunteers. Thank you. The Chileans actually trying to hurt our convoys with a single sub. That is I'd call it tragic, but, well, it kind of is, to be fair. Let me just send out Western Approaches Command to... I wish I had... There we go. Send out Western Approaches Command to ensure that our fleets actually get home safe and sound. There we go. Beautiful. Fantastic. There we are. Where is the strategic bomber force? It should be somewhere. Here we go. Let's bring in the strategic bomber force to Western Buenos Aires airfield. There we go, things are going well. Production on various facilities is proceeding at a fairly rapid rate. I need to build more reactors, though. Atomic weapons production must increase, and increase radically. So we have 100 bombers here. We need the rest of them to get here. So that's the RP3s coming in, which is good. Let's get the 17-pounder in. Into service. So I think most of our kit here is... So we've got some aircraft coming in from New Zealand. And I can bring those independent squadrons in as well. And they can help us regain dominance of the skies. Whoa. Hold that. Whoa, hold on. What's going on? The European president. Whoa, Austria, what are you doing? What focus tree path are you on? So they've done the Danubian Federation. Then Danubian Unity, Unexpected Allies, Inviting the Observers, Danubian Diplomacy. So they could have done Protector of the Danube. And unifying into a federative state. But they've decided to go the European president, and now they're dealing with the German threat. So that means they're crushing the Socialist Republic, they're crushing Germany, and then the European president is going to try and bring everybody in. Well, the European president is a Habsburg prince, so okay, sure. All right, that's definitely one of the things. They've joined the Asian Pact, which brings in... China joined the European Union. Okay, the Silk Road is officially back. That's aggressively funny, but okay. We should have the bomber wings in position. We absolutely do. Okay, so now we need to conduct bombing missions over... It's not really Patagonia we need, we need air superiority over the southern Andes. Because they actually have what appears to be jet aircraft over the southern Andes. And also, yeah, I'm annoyed. I am very annoyed with the fact that they have tried to do this. So I am going to conduct an atomic bombing strike on them. We're going to flatten Santiago with an atomic weapon. Well, we need to test the thing, don't we? Yeah, so the Commonwealth of Socialist Republics, the nation that helped cripple the, Russians, is just falling under the European Union. And we'll have to see how this turns out. The French are sat there in the anti-fascist bloc, which I believe They're basically solo. There's no one else in the faction with them. So it does mean that France could be killed by us fairly quickly as an inroad to the rest of the continent. Which is some good news. I feel like there's something I'm missing here. Ballistic missile. No. Naval. Ah, yes! Advanced carriers. That's exactly what we need. Better carriers. That is exactly what we need. Okay, so sitting... Basically, as soon as the atomic bomb flattens Santiago, our troops are going across the border, basically. Okay, the French have decided to jump in as well, probably looking to consolidate their hold over Central Europe. Would be my thought. Not wanting the European Union to get as much of France as they would otherwise expect. And it turns out there are Chilean submarines operating in the English Channel. That's a heck of a journey to come here just to die. So the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth is basically being crushed. All of their clients and puppet states will likely be taken off them. What this will mean for this is the third major conflict in Europe. What this will mean, I don't exactly know. I know the German Reich has rebuilt its military somewhat, but it's being flattened by everyone else. Yet another bloody war in Europe. And I mean that in the literal sense. It is bloody. It's a foregone conclusion, and that was before the French joined. Now it's just guaranteed. What the Luxembourgs do, I know that the Rexist Belgians will want to invade Luxembourg. The Dutch Rick, I'm not sure. I mean, they're part of the Bolivarian Alliance, so they presumably have some interest in seeing... Oh, because they want to reclaim the Dutch East Indies from the Japanese. The Kim Il Sung, the brave dear leader, is pushing into the Imperial Kwantung territories. As obviously, obviously, as we know, great leader cannot possibly fail, as we know. So, so we've got our universal carriers, got our trucks being built, infantry tanks coming online. I believe most of our heavies are Matilda 1s still. Sorry, Matildas, I should say. Rams have been phased out for Firefly. Archers phasing in slowly. Anti-tank is mostly... Actually, quick-firing 17-pounders. The 6-pounders are basically going straight into the reserves. AA is quick-firing 3.7-inch. Our helicopters are W9s, although we are working on getting better helos to replace our basically pushed into service experimental helicopters. I'm going to put a bit more factory infrastructure into our tanks. I'm also going to look towards replacing a lot of our non-armoured with armoured things, so the Armoured Assault Company. Why would the... Okay, so we need to add that to the engineer. Why would you use armored assault companies? They're basically worse than engineer companies in every other way. Or do you have to research them to make them better? Yeah, you probably do. Yeah, you probably have to research the proper armor engineering company to make them worthwhile. I think I phased out non-helicopter recon across all of my divisions. Well, I'm going to do that now. Every division will have helicopter reconnaissance rather than any other form of reconnaissance that isn't helicopters. Because, well, a helicopter is much better as a reconnaissance platform than anything else you could have. Or can I only have one helicopter support company attached? Is that what this is? If I... Hang on, if I remove you, can I have helicopter recon? I can. Yes, okay, so you can't have helicopter recon and helicopter support. That is interesting. Can a machine gun company and a flamethrower company to make up for the losses. Tank division, helicopter support company is pretty good. I think I'll stick with that plus motorized recon because of the bonuses it gives. We'll add a. Wait, why would add a flamethrower company? That helps there. Brilliant, fantastic. For colonial duties, armored car reconnaissance is what we've gone with, but again, we have enough helicopters. We can give helicopter brigade support to our troops. Everybody gets helicopters! Yeah! Although we're actually down on helicopters compared to what we need. Build more helichopters! Ah, good. Right. Now then. Turn the key. Execute. One of our Lancasters is going in. Bomb released. Santiago is killed. Our troops are going across the border. With their capital in disarray, our troops in hazmat gear can move in and seize control. It was a necessary evil. It had to be done. Gareth the Brit, Trump's greatest fear. China joined the EU. Very true. Very, very true. But yeah, so the Anglosphere has seized Santiago from the Chileans. The other parts of the country being wrapped up fairly quickly. The war with the Asian Pact is wrapping up. The Chinese are very quickly seizing control over the various areas they need to kill, along with other parts of the Asian Pact. Vanguard Chile is dying alone, as various pockets of the nation are crushed. Our troops are freed up to crush other pockets, and so on and so forth. I mean, the fall of Santiago basically broke Chile clean in two. And there's barely anything they can do to save their nation and hold it together at this point. I'll get better. I'll get modern engines. And basic rangefinders for our tanks, which is very good indeed. And now we can upgrade our infantry tanks yet again. The Churchill's production run was fairly short-lived in the face of the infantry tank Mark III, the Black Prince. So again, same thing as before. 3-man turret. This time, however, it will carry a... Can I get something that looks like it should carry a 120mm gun in this? Not really. But that looks like it carries a... at least a 3.7-inch, which I'll accept. So again, torsion bar suspension, cast armor plate, a diesel engine for reliability, carrying a stabilizer, an advanced radio, fuel drums, an autoloader, and sloped armor. Being able to at least keep pace with infantry, the the Black Prince is basically going to be able to do everything required of it. Do I have enough? I do. Okay, so we can build the cruiser Mark III Comet. Although I can't help but wonder if it's worth it, given. Oh, actually, tell you what. I'll start low rate Comet production with an eye that the production line will be switched um, to um, to main battle tanks in the form of the Centurion when that comes along. Gas turbine engine. Carrying a decent level of armor. Top road speed. Drop the armor down a bit. He's be able to do 13 kilometers an hour to work with motorized formations. And this will be the cruiser tank Mark 8 Comet. Beautiful. And that's armed with a 20-pounder gun. And now we can... And then we'll have another line of comets as well. Just low rate production. Getting ready for conversion to cruisers. We don't need modern helos. We need intercontinental bombers to enable us to actually hit things over the head with a sledgehammer. Commercial nuclear reactors or thermonuclear bombs. Actually, I'm going to use some Twitch features if I can. Let me see if I can. Let both. Ancient Evils says both. I can't do both. I can only do one or the other at this moment. My thinking is actually going to be commercial nuclear because that'll help bulk up the Imperial power base. There we go. That helps that. Oh, hello. What is this? That is a noise. John Hegseth subscribed on YouTube, even though I'm not streaming to YouTube, I don't think. But still, it's nice to know. New subscribers on YouTube and Twitch. It's all very good. You'll love to see it. We need more helicopters. We actually don't have enough helicopters working with our divisions. And we absolutely need them. They will what will make the conquest of Europe viable, I should say. Good lord, our trucks are fast. The only thing that can keep up with this is our... Okay, Chile is kill. Okay, so annex them into the... Oh, we can't... Okay, we can't get, Oh, we can't get Almirante Latorre back into the fleet as HMS Canada. Well, that's a shame. That is a real shame. Still, 15, which is fine. Development in Canada and develop South Africa. Oh. Incoming raid. Who is... The French are trying to raid our dam? First of all, France, we're not even at war. Second of all, stop. Third of all, why are you doing this? You know full well I'll clobber you right back. Why are you even trying this? You know how this ends. I launch bombing raids from the Midlands and flatten metropolitan France. I could do it with contemptuous ease. This is one of those things where I'm going, I don't know why you're doing this. This is almost self-defeating. We need a forward naval base just for our... put 20 factories on repairs. There we go. Or we need to do the research for main battle tanks. That's fine. We can do that. Actually, that's the point. Can we do that? Actually, can we do that? We got assault. So we're doing the assault rifle research. That's very nearly done. That'll give us assault rifles to equip our men with. Did we get the modern carriers? Not yet. We're working on it. Working on it. 16 days away from getting the modern carriers. Excuse me, folks, 1 second. The doggo is doing the bark, and I'm going to see what she's barking at so she doesn't stress herself into an early grave. Back in just 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. So it turns out the wolf was barking at a bird that she couldn't get to. I shooed it away, and she is now fine. So the wolf has been calmed. Praise be to the wolf. She's like 15 now, bless her. She's nearly deaf, but she's still got decent eyesight, and her voice hasn't gone anywhere. Praise be to the wolf. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to woof. Oh dear, we have fun. Okay, carry on. I speak for the nuclear plants, and they say they are ideal for sustained massive power. He is the ancient evil. He speaks for the nuclear power plants, and for some reason they're speaking Russian. Oh, oh dear. Oh dearie me. Hmm. It gives enough piercing for them to actually deal with whatever they might encounter, which is good. Even if it drops speed down back to 12 kilometers an hour. If only my armored cars could get faster. Can I make them faster? Will it let me? I do not have the kit for that. Unless I research... Well, not the kit, I don't have the XP for that. There we go. Still got the... there we go, the advanced carrier hull. Although I'm gonna build a quartet of advanced carriers. I'm also gonna research the Maltas. Because we need to get them laid down, lickety split. So this will not be the illustrious class. This will be the implacable class. No, we want an armored flight deck. At least cruiser armor, dual-purpose secondary battery, decent steam engine, up-to-date radar, better anti-aircraft guns, armored hangar, aviation control, secondary island, decent anti-aircraft gun, side lift, an armored hangar, and another side lift for 80 aircraft. And the plan is to construct... Actually, how many carriers do we currently operate? So we operate 17. How many can we build? Inevitable, audacious, triumph. Warrior. Venerable. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we build 8 carriers. 8 carriers. No, not Crown Colonies, Newfoundlands. We build... and then we build 8 cruisers. That means I can found 2 new task forces. Which is what I want. So we need... modern cruiser hull now. Advanced cruiser armor. Along with advanced auto-loading 6 and 8-inch guns. And we have assault rifles, ladies and gentlemen. The Anglosphere has assault rifles. Intermediate cartridge as well, which is even better. No, I'm not going to do the flying. As much as I want the land cruisers, and I am going to get them, Main battle tanks first. More important. More helicopters, please. Wow, the Commonwealth of Socialist States is basically fighting in Africa. If I time this right... They joined the Asian Pact, didn't they? So... If I time this right... The Italian Confederation still exists? Who leads it? The Italian Confederation is the Baltic states, Portugal, and the Angolan Empire and Mozambique. What? That's alright, I guess. That's definitely one of the factions of all time, I will admit. Oh dear. We have fun. This whole game is just a heck of a wild ride. It's just mad. Absolutely mad. So once the Imperial Federation is formed up, I can then consider my next move. But until that point, I'm not acting. I don't want to go off half-cocked, and I've still got things I want to do, prep I want to make. So that's fine, I'm fine with that. Motorized division, that's much better than the other one. We should have... Okay, one of our new armies is ready. So, you can go out to the African theatre and form up against West Africa. Under General Harold Alexander. He's perfectly suited for the job. And then another army. This time under General Richard O'Connor. They will go out and will line up against the Somali Democratic Republic. Because first we'll join that war. And then once that war's concluded, the war with France will be kicked off. At least that's the thinking, anyway. Whether or not that plan survives contact with the enemy, well... It's HOI 4. It could survive contact with the enemy, or it could fall flat on its face with all the force of a sledgehammer. As for which will happen, I have no idea. Treaty of Brussels. No, we don't need to do that. I can give refuge to German and Italian scientists, because that'll give me more bonuses to research and make things go faster, which I could do with. Okay. Liberia gave a territory to the monastic commune of Tibet. Okay, that's definitely one of the choices they could have made. That's weird, but okay, I guess. How is Liberia even fighting this fight right now? They have 54 divisions? Holy hell! Like, what? That's insane! And they still have manpower left? Oh my good gravy, that's insanity! That's actually mad. That is mad. Let me check. Is Canada at least ambivalent to me? Good. They are. Can we improve relations? We can. Good. Then let us do that. Make sure relations are good with all of our other nations as well. Because after all, Imperial Federation is on the horizon, people. So we've got the carriers, new batch of carriers building, the new batch of cruisers being built, tribals. I can probably build another batch of them. Modern cruiser hull. That's very good. And we can get a radio guidance system, which is good. That'll help. So British South Africa. Now then, hold the Imperial Conference. And that gives us the Handley Page Hastings as our new aircraft. Oh, also, while I'm actually thinking about it, we can now get our improved tactical bomber, which is a thoroughly post-war design. We might know it as the Canberra, but I'll tell you one thing, it doesn't. It's going to be much more advanced. With swept back wings. Oh. Oh. Oh, we needed more advanced jet engines to fit with jet engines, so we'll have to wait then. Well, that's unfortunate. Never mind. That's fine, it can wait. And the AW-59 can keep serving as our jet-powered tactical aircraft. And I can use some of my experience to actually throw into our air power. Combat air support primacy. Forward air controllers. Just absolutely dig in deep to the CAS concept. There we go. We will hold the Imperial Conference. Improved medium battery. That is good. And then we need to research the next thing after that. Medium caliber armor piercing. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Advanced dual purpose battery, which we have, which I'm fine with. Homing torpedo, which could also be quite good. Basically going through the next major revolution when it comes to naval when it comes to naval equipment. Rapid fire auto-loading guns guided by radar, and some of the very first missiles. Our radar arrays are now capable of sweeping most of continental Europe, which is good because that's exactly what they need to be able to do. Build some in Singapore. On our other possessions as well. Make sure that our radars can sweep far out into the oceans of the world. That nowhere is free from our reach. That no area of the world's oceans can be free from British oversight. Land cruisers like the P-1000 Ratter. Yes, Jonathan Moon, land cruisers like the P-1000 Ratter. You're exactly right. So Handley Page Hastings, which is fine. We can trim down the production of that now. We don't need nearly as many. I was gonna. I need to create my paras quickly. Oh, we can paradrop light tank destroyers, which is gonna be quite handy. I need to upscale the main line of mediums and keep a secondary line going to make sure we still have mediums in production until we fully phase them out in favor of come on, fleet, engage brain. You know what you're talking about. Oh, I know what I mean. Modern carriers. Very, very good indeed. Of course the Portuguese can buy another ship off us. Of course they can. I mean, of course, I'm more than happy to let them. More than happy. All these resource decisions I need to take. Well, the Congolese uranium trade is giving me a decent amount of ability to construct atom bombs. Um. Uh. Well, let's conduct raids on Paris. And then have those set up ready to go at a moment's notice. Because then once we can do that, we can then... as soon as the war with the French begins, we can conduct a series of massed... we can conduct a massed nuclear strike against France proper. Cripple a lot of their key industrial capabilities. And lay the groundwork for, well, a invasion of the metropole. And that is the plan. If that can be achieved, then we're all right. I hope. And there we go. Advanced medium battery. Marvelous. So once those stockyards are freed up, they'll go to building... Let me think. If each of them builds 8 destroyers, that's 4 by 8. 36, I think. Which is enough to divide between 2 carrier groups at 16 destroyers apiece. Although, actually, I'm just thinking about it. I probably need to build another set of light cruisers. So there's at least 6 per. It's probably wise, actually. There we go. Okay, hold the Imperial Conference. Come on, hurry up. Can we get people to... Okay, Liberia is just winning in Africa. Anyone else noticing this with some degree of slight apprehension? Liberia is pushing the French out of Africa. This was not on my bingo card for today. They're still doing it, but it wasn't on my bingo card for today, I'll tell you that much. Okay, so Battleship and the air upgrade. Fuel storage, which we absolutely need. The whole point of the Implacables and their escorts is to go and form the Pacific Carrier Fleet. Which is going to be a component attached to the Pacific Fleet proper. And is going to be its better striking arm. In essence. No, we need to save our political power. Because otherwise we are not going to have enough political power to actually do what we need to do. Okay. I mean, the rest of our allies are pretty much happy as a clan. Okay. And the Imperial Conference of 1946. Let us push our agenda. Uh, discuss Imperial defense. Spend a tremendous diplomatic effort to get the opinions to agree. Okay, South Africa accepts. Okay. So, let us spend tremendous diplomatic effort to persuade the Dominions to agree. We have enough political power coming in that I think we can just about keep things going on. We can but hope that the Dominions agree. Okay, Nova Zealandia accepts. Canada accepts. Anything Australia accepts. Okay, so that passed through without so much as a by your leave. Let's discuss the imperial economy, shall we? Let us spend diplomatic effort to persuade the Dominions to agree. Because otherwise they're not going to agree, and we need them to agree. The last thing we need is the Dominions not agreeing. Ah, good. Anglican Australia accepts, which is good. Okay. Yep. Okay, so various nations have accepted. This is good. Discuss appeasement. Let us spend some diplomatic effort. And then we need to build up our political power for the big one. Imperial Federation. Without that, there is no hope. Well, it's not there's no hope, it's just that, well, you know. Okay. Zealandia accepts. Anglican Australia accepts. Canada accepts. Okay. The various nations are accepting our proposals. Of course, now we come to basically the big one. Which I am saving up political power for now. Which is to say, the Conference on Imperial Federation. I am boosting my relations with the various nations, trying to get... I have to hope we get Canada. I really do. Canada is the one nation that I am concerned about. In fact, I'm actually going to revoke my claims to their territory. Because hopefully that'll bring them to a point where they're willing to actually consider the Federation. Basically, because that's what we need. If the Canadians don't consider the Federation, the whole concept falls to pieces in a cast iron casket. And that is really not ideal. Right. Oh, come on. I need 25 days. Can I get 2 a day? Can I do it? Can I do it? I should be able to. Just about. I should just about be able to. Should just about be able to do it. Oh, sorry, I accidentally closed down game capture for a second there. Sorry, my fault. Sorry. Okay. Just about got the political power to do it. Just. I got lucky. I got an event fired. And I was able to get the political power I needed to actually do the Imperial Federation decision. For a second there, I was afraid everything was about to go up in a cloud of smoke. But we got exceptionally lucky. Okay, accepts. Okay, home run, boys! Imperial Federation, here we come. For a second there, I was really nervous. I didn't think we were going to get it. I was not sure we were going to get that. That was a bit of a close run thing there. Luckily, though, Lady Luck smiled on us, and we were able to. I nearly stuffed myself there. Very nearly. Homogeneous crop armor. Yes, we absolutely do want that. So we've got the Implacables on the slips. Newfoundlands coming down the slips. All of the slippity slips going on. Friends agreements. Very good. Marvelous. This is all very good indeed. Marvelous. Okay, so everything is going mostly okay. Need to bulk up medium tank production because I know full well that when we get MBTs, that's going to be something we're going to have to deal with. Speaking of, actually, MBTs. Things like the Centurion. And now we're integrating our puppets, which is good. That shouldn't take too long, though. Actually, while I'm waiting, I can speed that along even further by suppressing subjects, which will bring that process even further along. There we go. That should not take very, very long indeed. We've got our preparations for our war in Europe ready to go. Tank division is mostly okay. Super heavy tanks supporting them. Would that slow them down? It would. It absolutely would. Infantry divisions could have it, though. Well, again, they've got their heavy tanks emplaced in them, haven't they? Super heavy colonial tanks. That, on the one hand, that would be aggressively funny. On the other hand, trying to supply super heavy tanks in a colonial setting would probably not be the finest idea I could think of. Just not the finest moment for British British thinking there. Ooh, proximity fuse, very nice. Escort carrier. We could get escort carriers, but do we really need them? We've got so many old carriers knocking about. I'm just thinking, do we actually even need it? I'm not sure we do, actually, all being told. Oh, we can have we can actually have anti-ship. We can actually have missile cruisers, which will be good. Although I would like to have one last generation of large armored cruiser before we wrap that up. So this would not be the tribal class. This would be a different class of destroyer. Upgrade everything. Thank you very much. Better fire control, which we do have. That's good. This would be probably We'll call this the Tribal Class Batch 2. That's what we'll call that. And the idea will be to construct 40 destroyers. That'll be the plan. Ideally. It may not work. Marvelous. What's our equipment like? Let's have a look. So, helicopters, it's all W6s. Amtraks, Terrapin Mark 2s. AA, we've phased out everything else. Our 17-pounder Mark 2s are phasing out all the other 17-pounders that we're using. Armoured cars, we're all mainly ACs. Artillery, it's all 5.5-inch breech loaders. Super heavy howitzers are all what we'd expect. Infantry equipment, the EM1 Cobra has nearly become the dominant weapon in the British Army. Or, sorry, the Imperial Army. Mechanized is all universal carriers. We do have Sherman Crabs in some units. Support equipment, it's just support equipment. Medium tanks, the Comet is now the largest number of armored vehicles, apart from our archers, in the army. But there are still some units that are stuck with rams. Poor sods. Heavy tanks, Churchill's had a very short-lived run. Matildas are still the largest heavy tanks in the largest number of heavy tanks in the army, and the Black Princes are phasing in as their replacements. Amphibious tanks are what you would expect, and light tank destroyers, still universal carrier 6-pounders are the largest number. Archers are being phased in as well. There we go. Actually, get me radio guided anti-ship missiles. That'd be good. While I'm waiting, let me just go to the modern cruiser hull. Because that's the light cruiser hull, Minotaurs. And this is the hull for our latest and greatest heavy cruiser. So this will be... I don't know, actually, what it will be. So these will carry not 9.2-inch, these will carry 12-inch guns. The absolute best guns and radar that we can produce in the Royal Navy. Got a large cruiser. High velocity AP for those big 12-inch guns. Super firing 12-inch mount. A rear 12-inch mount. Torpedo tubes. AA. Decent number of dual-purpose secondary guns. If I can figure out where my things are. More torpedoes. And another set of AA guns. And this will be the... Leave the class blank, so I can see exactly what ships they will be. And I probably want to build about... they should be at the bottom here, shouldn't they? Yeah, so let's build one of these. The Grafton class large cruisers. And we're going to slow build 5 such ships. Grafton, St. George, Northumberland, Crescent, and Powerful. To help bolster our scouting forces. Also, why are they CGs? They should not be. They should be CBs. There we go. We can't... Yeah, we need to get radar guided anti-ship missiles in order to get... what's it called? In order to get... the actual research to get missile cruisers. Which makes sense when you think about it. So the Implacables are being built, Tribals being built, the Grafton class being built. Which is, of course, no bad thing. We may as well industrialize the American East Coast as well. And the West Coast, obviously, build up our shipbuilding industry yet further. Increase our industrial economy even more than it already is. Well, as best we can, anyway. Modern light hull? Yep, sure, why not? Go more. I just realised that in order to get these tribals out in a reasonable time, I need to half the production run. And I need to... Pardon me, I need to build another set of production lines. Otherwise, these tribals are not going to get done in a reasonable time frame. There we go. How are we doing in terms of subject management? Nearly there. They are nearly all integrated puppets. Soon we will be able to form the Imperial Federation. And then our plans can really grow. How goes the request for... Actually, we need more... We need more factories on the Valentines, because we need more Valentines to replace the 6-pounders. Can we get a better amphibious tank? I'm sure we can. Not right now, though. So subject suppression going well. We're currently in holding pattern mode right now. Oh my god, the French are just losing Africa. The Liberians have decided to have zero chill. And they are basically stuck in a forever war. Oh, India thinks they can influence my politics, do they? Well, that's brave of them. And then let me build a new supply hub and railway line to serve it for the West African offensives. And that's all sorted and squared away. I probably also want to start limited low-rate production of ballistic missiles. For operations in Europe. Just in case things go south. Just in case. I don't think they will, obviously. I'm sure absolutely nothing will go wrong, but just in case. We hope. We don't know, though, but we hope. National ideas. No, don't spend political power. You need to bring everybody down to be integrated puppets. You can't afford to waste your money on political power. It's not. It's not going to do you any favors, is it? Oh, 6-inch dual-purpose guns. That is what we want. There we go. We can increase the rate of production on these large cruisers. These Grafton-class large cruisers. Is that because the first of the Implacables has entered the water? No, they're not in the water yet. Oh no, that's just the production of the large numbers of dockyards we're building in the United States of America. To enable us to just build more ships. Faster and more effectively. These would be the Implacables. These would be the Maltas. These would be the Glory class carriers. There we go. Improved cruiser armor, better secondary battery, improved steam engine, better radar, better AA, armored hangar, damage control. Secondary island, side lift, AA, side lift. So actually, no, give me a armored hangar and more AA, and that's the Glory class carrier. Beautiful. Now I can put more. There we go. More factories onto our. Okay, and then we need to get the missile cruiser refit, so we can make some of our ships actually be missile cruisers. Oh, helipads. Very good. That'll be useful for some of our ships. And I've been saving up my political power for this, so Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and all we need now is Canada, and then we will be able to federalize, and federalize rather rapidly. Let me just increase the rate of production on the batch 2 tribals. And build the Grafton class cruisers even faster. And with the spare tonnage, we then build, let me see, Glory, Pioneer, Ocean, Magnificent, and we've got room for one more. And Powerful, which is going to be confusing because, well, there's going to be two Powerfuls, the cruiser and the carrier. Which is fine. And they will be the first Royal Navy carriers to reintroduce CAS aircraft to their air wings in a proper way, reflecting the modern nature of, well, the way carrier operations are going and how CAS can be, well, an exceptionally useful bit of kit for a carrier. And I think that's Canada. It is. Marvellous. So we can now do the Imperial Federation. It's taking me a little bit longer to do than I thought it would. That's fine, though. Okay, I need that. Fair enough. Modern light hull. We can probably get better industry. Towed sonar array. There we go. We can put double shifts on those tribal batch 2s. And then the Glory class carriers. Glory, Pioneer, Ocean, Magnificent, Powerful. So we've got our modern aircraft. This is all well and good. I've actually got more factories than I know what to do with. Let me ramp up to 30 factories on the cruisers. Just getting ready for the arrival of the MBT. Frank Whittle needs more slots for him to do his work, which is annoying. Intercontinental Bomber is going at a pace. Proximity Fuse is also going at a pace. Just taking a while for the projects to come through to fruition, but well, that's kind of the way it sometimes is. Rome wasn't built in a day, they do say. Now we can build some rockets. That's actually a pretty good idea, actually. We don't need any additional resources right now. We'll save that for if things really go to toffee in the war in Europe. I don't think they will, but if they do, then we have to be ready for that. Ah, missile cruiser refits. Jolly good. Fighter direction system. And we need more factories to construct archers because, well, we need more archers for the infantry divisions. And the modern heavy hull. Then Camel Laird. There we go. So get the modern heavy hull, then I can use the focus tree to give me Vanguard. I need that MBT. I wish the designers would hurry up with it. I do wish they'd hurry up. And I'm gonna need the Centurion and its derivatives for the war in Europe. If I don't get it, I'm gonna be in trouble. Well, some trouble. So if I get that MBT, then I can get the 45 heavy, which will give me the improved Black Prince. Then Carnarvon, then Conqueror. I think. I hope. I may be wrong on that. After all, it won't be the first time. Okay, so we need the destroyers completed. Then we got to leave that where it is. Towed sonar array, which is, well, a heck of a thing to have this early. Sosus net. Yes, we will build a Sosus net, because why not? Britain will build a Sosus net from nothing to cover nothing. And just... Oh, good lord. British North America. Anglican Australia. Nova Zelandia Republic. British North America. Look at that. I mean, to be fair, actually, okay, the Mughals have actually been destroyed by the Indian People's Republic. There I am, the Imperial Federation. Oh, my god. Look at that. Look at that. It's insane. Let me just get rid of all these Federation divisions that I really don't need for the war in Europe. And will probably be more detriment than help, so we'll get rid of them. Because they will cause me more harm than good. Come on. Come on. Come on. How many did these... Crikey, my puppets have been busy in the aftermath of the reunification war. Haven't they? Good lord, look at this. Great Scott. Yeah. Right. Thank you. Okay. There. I go. Reform the, Yes, we will add the filters to our reactors. That is a good idea. I believe this is a very good idea. Missile launch. Ooh, I can do that. Quickly, work through the submarine holes. Do it. Small improvements. So we're waiting for Vanguard, basically. 14 million. Yeah, we could basically go back to being a volunteer force. We don't need any form of conscription. Can just go back to being a volunteer force. Oh. Oh my god. Just wow. I'm not sure what I prefer actually. I'm not sure if I prefer the Imperial Federation, its flag and its colour, or the Anglosphere and its flag and its map colour. I don't know which I prefer. The dark blue was really growing on me actually, if you must know. You all didn't change your clocks. Bruce ships doesn't start till well, our clocks haven't changed, I don't think. Unless I've missed something, but I don't think I have. No, I don't think I have. I'm still on time. I'm still running to time, mostly. Okay, so, everything is running fine. Looking at everything being in May, which is beautiful. Carriers, destroyers. Waiting for 16 days to get Vanguard. Right. France. 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 Okay. Alright. Well, first things first, multi-charge large caliber guns. Point them at the continent and pull the trigger. So that's good. The next thing is we need to put some ballistic missiles into the silos. Then we need fighter aircraft. God, I remember the Hurricane Mark IIs from the wars in America. Well, it looks like the duty of securing dominance over the continent is going to have to fall to the venerable Spitfire. Not a bad thing. Nothing wrong with the Spit. In that case, then we need to massively ramp up fighter construction. Basically brute force it. Oh, there we go. MBTs. Just in time for the Continental War. Perfect timing. This would be the universal. So yeah, this would be the universal tank Mark 1. Universal tank Mark 1. Centurion. There's the modern hull. Gonna pause it while I do this design quickly. Leyland motors. Sure, why not? Hydrostatic drive. Still go with the gas turbine. High hardness welded armor. Interleaved road wheels, suspension, or torsion bar. Torsion bar for what I'm going to put on it. Heavy armament. No, probably medium armament is what's going to have. Yep, so quick firing 20 pounder. Improved stabilizer. Oh, nope, sorry, radios first. Advanced radio. Auto loader. Fuel drum. Sloped armor. Basic rangefinder. Needs to be able to do at least 13 kilometers per hour. Should probably ideally be armored to resist its own guns, if it can be. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So 20 pounder is probably this Centurion here. There we go. Universal Tank Mark 1, the Centurion. And now the benefits of building up the production line come to fruition. Because even at the start of construction, 5 Centurions a day. Even at the start of construction. 1945 heavy tank? Good idea. Better heavies for our infantry, that's what I say. I wish I had more slots than 5. I'm starting to run out of things for them to do. I'm basically at a point where I have reached critical mass and have to go and punch something. So we've got the... So let me just check that because we need to. So we're going to hoover up Africa first. Then that's all sorted. Sam isn't. So let me just check. Who is France? Who is France allied to? They're on their own, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fairly easy to deal with then. How are we doing in terms of... I think that's the previous construction program finish, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, so... this is the... these are the federal fleets, aren't they? Well, that's massively helpful. Okay, merge that. That's another set of destroyers. Oh! Canberra and Australia survived everything that we went through? Okay, then. And so did Perth and Hobart. Okay. That's an unexpected surprise. I thought I'd killed them. Apparently not. So that's... There we go. Submarines, Quebec and Canada. 8 carriers, 12 cruisers, 40 destroyers, and this is the Pacific carrier fleet. And again, this will also be based out of Hawaii. I'm sure Hawaii can accommodate another 60 ships of a completely modern carrier task group. We need more subs. A lot more subs. Yes, I need a modern helichopter. A better helichopter than the one we're currently using. So we've got the new cruisers and destroyers being built. We're waiting on Vanguard being ready. Now for the Minotaur class, that would be under historical light cruiser. And I'm sure we don't have a ship named Minotaur. I'm fairly certain. The plan is to build these ships with. Oh, hang on. Then with CIC and the best radar we can come up with. Dual purpose secondaries as well. Best armor we can come up with. Bow sonar, not a bad idea. Fit them with the helipad. Actually, no, fit them with anti-air gun groups instead. No, they can't carry a missile because they're not a missile cruiser. Again, so 6-inch battery. AA gun forward. Basic set of torpedo tubes. Dual purpose AA battery. An expansion to the helipad. A 6-inch triple dual purpose gun. And another 6-inch triple dual purpose gun. And that will be the Minotaur class. I need to make sure. Of course, Britain. Britain can sorry, Portugal, sorry. I need to make sure. Have we actually built a ship called Minotaur? Royalist, Spartan, Centaur. So this will be the Royalist class cruiser then. So Royalist, Spartan, Tiger, Lion. Just absolutely thoroughly modern 6-inch cruisers designed to work both as, well, anti-air but also anti-surface assets. And we've got the Cold War cruiser hull, which is for me basically, ooh, gas turbine engines, very nice. Fleet's exceptionally happy. So the French fleet is concentrated at home, I believe. So it's going to be to home command that the burden of most of this actually falls to. So the Anglican Task Force can join up. So Anglican Australian Task Group can join up with. Yeah, if we have those chaps join up with the Rosyth escort force, then they can be divided into 2 separate task groups. These. So the destroyers can be grouped into one larger unit. The subs can be grouped into another for disposal at a later date. That's my thinking here. Actually, no, I need... How many names? So Blake, Constance... So how many carriers I'm building? I'm building 5 carriers. So we need, ideally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 7... Can I get away with another Royalist class? Concord, that's 8. And I need another... Well, the Graftons can be 5 for 5, so 5 Glories, 5 Graftons. But we need a ship, however, to work with the Pacific Carrier Fleet, which basically means a missile cruiser. In this case, a vessel specifically designed to carry missiles. Nope, sorry, HBCIC. Thank you. AA. Dual purpose battery. Armor scheme. AA gun groups, and a helipad. Then behind its forward mount, cruise missile. Then it will carry a single battery of anti-ship missiles behind its primary battery. And then basically torpedoes and another set of helipads amidships. And this will be the Southampton class cruisers. And we will build 4. And how many carriers are there in the Pacific Carrier Fleet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, we'll build 4. 4 Southampton class missile cruisers. Southampton, Birmingham, Glasgow, and Newcastle. Basically. Because they're kind of needed. Ah, there we go. HMS Vanguard. For some reason called HMS Jellicoe, but you know what? I am not complaining. Oh, she literally has no... Oh, never mind, we can remake her into something. She'll be one of the most powerfully armed battleships in the fleet. Carrying... There we go. 4 twin 20-inch. Improved heavy steam engines, radar, CIC, the best AA guns, helipad, AA gun groups, best torpedo defense we have, all or nothing, a cruise missile battery amidships. Actually, you know what, sorry, you may as well give it a full anti-ship missile battery. Set of anti-aircraft guns, another set of anti-aircraft guns. This will be the Jellicoe class, and she will be a BBG, guided missile battleship. We can probably drop down to improved 18-inch 45s for a little bit more reliability. Wait, what? Really? Never mind. Okay, that is a new one on me. There we go. The Jellicoe class. And she can be refit into that form. Ah, the proxy fuse. I was wondering when that was going to show up. The modern submarine hull. Thank you very much. Right, okay, so I'm fairly confident with everything so far. Vanguard's been done. 13's not dead, but it will be soon. Naval production is basically what I need. How is Centurion production going? Acceptable. I don't know if we've got enough to phase out our... Oh, good lord. I knew this was coming. I forgot I haven't looked at my army tree for a while. I have to get rid of all these templates that I'm not going to use. Please go away. I do not wish to use you. I am absolutely not keen on this as a concept. Okay, Denmark has gone to war with Finland. I mean, more power to them, I suppose. If that is what they want. Okay, so tank division. So armor, MBTs. And then we want another mechanized battalion to bring it up to 22 width. Beautiful. Fantastic. We are still short on Centurions. I need more. I need more Centurions. I don't have enough. uh, I need more Centurions. I don't have enough. Okay, right. I think we're actually ready to begin the build-up towards the invasion of France. Oh, 10 days, that's all it will take. So basically I can kick the war off at a moment's notice. Alright, okay, in that case then, means that the Centurion re-equipment needs to happen, like ASAP. For the motorized, actually, can we produce one last version of... How fast does the Comet go again? 13k. Can we get a version that sacrifices all of its armor for speed? Cruiser Mark 6, the Mark 8B. Super Comet. Whose job it will be to work with the, I should probably change how the tank looks, shouldn't I? There we go. So that's the Super Comet. And the whole point of the Super Comet is to actually phase out the tank destroyers, which are actually the armored car anti-tank that are actually slower than it, and bring speed back up to 14 kilometers an hour, making them actually decent breakthrough divisions. I'm also going to need a lot more of them for the war in continental Europe. Ideally, a full army group's worth. Oh, we need more medium tanks. That's fine. I'm sure we can get more medium tanks. I'm 95.95% sure we can get more medium tanks. Can we trim it down to maybe just the one for now? And then toss in a medium tank company to make it up, so just drop the number of medium tanks required down a bit. That's better. That's more like it. That's what I could live with that. I could live with that. So, what's our current medium tanks that we actually have now? Like, I think we've pulled all the old stocks back out. It's just like there's still 43 poor sodding tank crews running around with the Ram. I mean, the poor buggers have my sympathy. Running around with a Ram? I mean, good lord. In the modern era, that's... Well, it's not like it's impossible. It's more just, well, a little bit horrific. Saunders Rosquita, that replaces my old helicopters with something brand new. Oh. Does that mean are my early helicopters replaced by scout helicopters? I don't know. Support equipment, medium tanks, heavy tanks, modern tanks, light tank destroyers, armored support vehicle, truck, mechanized infantry equipment, support. Oh! Scout helos are their own separate thing now. Okay. Alright, I think I understand. I think. I may in fact not understand. But if I roll with it like I do, everything will be fine, I'm sure. I'm sure. Early guidance systems. Ugh. Early guidance systems. There's too many special projects to do in so little time. Mechanical ballistic computer. No, we don't need that. We need flying elephants instead. Okay, first gen jet engines. We need that. We absolutely need that. Otherwise, we are not going to get our best aircraft for the conflict to come. Okay. So Denmark just died. Which was not on my bingo card for today. I'm just going to point that out. Like, at all. I need more helichopters. I don't have enough. Constantly, this game is basically just Fleet saying, I need more X. I don't have enough of X. Can I bulk out the numbers here? Then send 2 troops over there and then expand that force out. Oh, we don't actually have enough aircraft there. We actually have too many aircraft here. There we go. Right, now we can secure air supremacy over northern France. I am fairly confident. I'm fairly confident. I'm 95% confident. I'm 20... well... I am confident and I'm not. I am both of these things. Okay, so... how goes the preparations? 48 divisions. Actually, I could trade up 10 more Royal Marines, I'm fairly certain. To conduct a landing in force in France. Yeah, get Claude Orkin, like, get the logistics sorted. Do it, Claude. Do it to him, as they say. So that's that. You're all the subs. Your Vanguard, you've been returned to Jellicoe. That's the Grafton and the Royalists. Ready to actually work with the new carriers that are coming down the slips. And I'm going to merge the destroyers into them. Because then they can form the home carrier fleet. Or help to, anyway. So the Rosyth Escort Force will then be split off into the Rosyth Escort Force and the Humber Escort Force. There we go. Then Raleigh and Cavendish are working as the, home fleet's first scouting group. Better cannon. No harm in it. No harm in it at all. Helicopters don't count as armored cars. Armored cars, surely. Surely not. So, hang on. So very quickly, Recon helos use scout helicopters. Okay, that's a specific thing they use. I see. Oh, and they're all going to the troops that are being formed up. They're not going to the troops in the field, I don't think. Well, they count as well, they can't count as aircraft, can they? Because they're not. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they don't count as aircraft. They count as helicopters, which are ground vehicles. Well, I know. Helicopters aren't ground vehicles, but just bear with me here. Okay, so that's nearly ready. So we've got the invasion of not Spanish Africa, sorry, French Africa, squared away and ready. The invasion of French thingy squared away and ready. The Mediterranean fleet is ready to go. We can lock down the central Mediterranean fairly quickly. Strike for the submarines on convoy escort and the Mediterranean fleet on strike force. Be fairly easy to do. We can then lock down the entire areas where the French operate. The home fleet will be on strike force duty. The home submarine fleet will raid convoys in the area. Western Approaches Command will no longer have to operate quite so far south, and can instead focus on securing convoy routes up to Gibraltar. Okay, so everything should be set to go. I have no idea, and I mean that sincerely, I have no idea quite what the enemy will bring against us. It's either going to suck. Okay, so who have we got? So we've got Jock. So William Platt is one. Ivan McKay is another. So that gives us our mobile force for the invasion of continental Europe, which I am fine with. For air power, we've got 4,000 fighters ready to go over continental Europe. How many of them are jet aircraft? Most of our fighters are now meteors, which is fantastic. Engineering. Early transistors, good idea. Advanced second generation radar, even better idea. There's nothing really for our factories to do right now. Okay, the European Union declared war on Greater Macedonia. Well, what we can do is build a flip ton of uranium reactors all over the British Isles for now. And then all over the rest of the nation as well. Bring in Canada to the nuclear revolution. Bring in various other states in the Imperial Federation as well. There we go. Now scout helicopters are in our forces, which is good. For a second there, I thought I'd balked everything there, but no, apparently not. Okay, so the opening salvo will be a nuclear one. 5 nuclear strikes on key point targets on the French coast. Followed closely by a landing in force by Jock Campbell's Royal Marines. Which are not Brest. try and take Cherbourg if we can. I was gonna have the Royal Marines that we actually have take take Madagascar, but I'm not gonna do that now. They're gonna commit themselves to the invasion of mainland Europe as well. They're gonna land in Brest and push out. Gonna try and secure a line along this sort of axis if we can. That's the basic plan here. Get those boys home. Once those Marines are home, we're going, basically. Oh, for goodness sake, who is annoying my doggo? I'm gonna be really annoyed. Someone is annoying my doggo. I'm gonna just use annoying my doggo. Well, everyone wants to be in here. The Soviets want to be in here. The Congolese want to be in here. The Soviets still exist, by the way. They're a rump state in Siberia. Stalin is presumably very, 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 very annoyed. He also still has the Soviet fleet. Don't quite know where it's docked. Also, Korea controls all this. Glorious leader Kim Jong-il has done glorious leader Kim Jong-il things. I cannot but wonder, is it better to try and get ashore in the Dutch Reich and use that as a staging ground, or is it better to try and just go all in on France? How far away am I? Just gotta get the Marines home. Once the Marines are home, then we can consider operations. Troops ready to go in Africa. Let's actually just train up another 8 colonial garrisons to bulk up that division that can handle 30. How are we doing for everything else? So we have actually caught up with Centurion production, which is good. Let me trim that down slightly. And trim up heavy tank production. Just to make sure everything goes as it should. Everything else is pretty much nearly ready. Oh, game. Oh, Mongolian Civil War, I guess. I mean, that's a thing that can exist. Let me build some normal helicopters as well, alongside my other helos, just because that way that they are actually, you know, being used. And I think that is the carrier force, isn't it? Yes, okay, so the carrier force is in. This is the home carrier fleet. And this will also be a second strike group for the home fleet. Because you've got the Temeraire class battleships and their escorts. And now you've got the home carrier fleet. go. Superiority through quality. I think what are we building still? Something. Oh yeah, we're building the. I believe we're building the Southampton class and refitting Jellicoe. And I was gonna build some extra Jellicoes as well, I believe. Uh, HMS Jellicoe, which I'm fine. Actually, we'll have two Jellicoes, the prototype of the main ship. It'll be funnier that way. Ah, good stuff. So once that's all sorted, and the BBGs are in service, which they should be pretty soon. So we've got the Glories. We need the super carriers, which will be the Maltas. If we can get them. Ski jump. Oh, good lord. Don't think so. And then, of course, the CVO ones later down the line. As for the Cold War lights, let me just see quickly. I just want to check something. Because that does not look like the Darings to me. I'm sure I can... Do we have a different thing? Can we get the Darings or something like the Darings? Not really. It's annoying. To be fair, though, the Naval War's pretty much won. I mean, I'm looking around and I'm thinking... Unless the French have suddenly surged capital ship construction... Well, they've built a second carrier. They've built a Clemenceau-class carrier. So that's something. But their light and heavy cruiser force leaves a lot to be desired, and their capital ship force is laughable. Although, they have built 4 new heavy fleet cruisers, but again, it still just pales in comparison to the amount of firepower I can bring to bear. Hungary has built 4 battleships, specifically 4 Monarch class, which we would recognize as Ersatz Monarchs. Which, yeah, that's interesting. The Turks have built another battleship as well. China is still stuck with a weird fleet. Japan has built 1 Omi-class battleship, which is a new normal style of battleship. And they've built 5 Taihos. So Japan is really the real threat here. They are mostly building screen ships, with 1 dockyard building some form of capital ship in France. I am not concerned. I'm really not. I'm sending the first missile cruisers, Southamptons, to the Pacific Carrier Fleet. The home carrier fleet is nearly worked up. Where is the Marines? Okay, some of them are coming up South America now. The other ones should be in... Oh, are you guys... Oh, they must be home already, right? Surely. They are. Okay, brilliant. Ah, excellent. We can upgrade from the Centurions. Although what I am going to do is I am going to go for what I usually do when it comes to MBTs. Which is I go for a 2-tier MBT system. So what would this be if it was adopted into British service? Um, um, Centurion. Because the thing that came after was Chieftain. The heavy was Conqueror. And Carnarvon. C. Something with a C. Chieftain, Conqueror, Carnarvon, Challenger. Good lord. There we go. Conqueror, Carnarvon. If I think of a name, I could obviously think of a name, but until that point, well... Is it even worth it being able to resist its own guns? Reliability is in the toilet as a result. We should probably, instead of carrying extra fuel tools, probably carry wet ammunition stowage. Yeah, we don't need that much in the way of Oh, good lord, we do not need that much in the way of armor protection. I can put it all into speed instead. Not that much speed. It only has to do about 12 kph. Universal Tank Mark II. And the way this will work is there will be a low... Is there any point keeping Centurion around? Let's have a look. Oh my god, no. No, Centurion is just so unreliable. So no, there's no point keeping Centurion around. Not Chieftain. Prelate? I'll call it the Legate. Centurion, Conqueror, Challenger... Oh, Charioteer! That'll do. Perfect. And now we'd come up with the 1945 heavy tank, which will be the Carnarvon. There we go. Sloped armor. More ammo stowage. Fuel drum. Basic rangefinder. Torsion bar suspension. Cast armor. Diesel engine. And so this will be the infantry tank Mark IV Carnarvon. Both our infantry tanks and our MBTs are now armed with 120mm guns, although we can improve that, and I aim to actually improve that. Fit the universal tanks with the L7 if I can. Shouldn't be too hard. Come on, Royal Marines, where are you? Where are you, lads? Come on, boys. Through the Panama Canal. Double quick. Come on, boys. We're waiting on you. I'm moving the railroad game day by day, so I might soon join you having incidents on the railways. Well, that's good. That's good. Greater Finland, hopefully they have 20-inch BBs. Um, Tell you the God's honest truth to you, I haven't checked Finland's naval build-up, but I will do now just for you. Let's see what the Finns have built navally, shall we? So the Finns have a very large destroyer fleet. They have 14 cruisers of various provenances, 13 submarines, and their 2 coast defense ships. Is the home carrier fleet ready? It's basically ready. The home carrier fleet is basically ready. In fact, actually, let me just change that real quick. So that we're operating in the Western Med. There we go. Beautiful. Fantastic. French troops are tied down in their operations in West Africa. It should not be very hard to... Okay! Japan flipped back to being fascist again. Well, that democratic revolution lasted all of 5 seconds, didn't it? And so the West Pacific Treaty Organization is now fighting the Danubian Federation. Okay, that's definitely one thing I didn't see coming. At all. Ooh, Cold War cruisers in the form of the counties. Or in this case, the Neptunes. Oh, and then you can get auto-loading 8-inch gun heavy. Oh, I love that. That's awesome. I absolutely adore that. That's brilliant. Love it. Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. That's brilliant. 10 out of 10. How goes the research for our... How's Elizabeth... No, I need my land cruisers to sweep through Asia. Okay, so... well, the only thing to do now is to build thermonuclear bombs and drop those on the French. Or get nuclear engines. Ah. I'm going for my nuclear engines. It's a good idea. It's a very good idea. Okay, the European president declared war on Luxembourg. I mean, Otto von Habsburg is, you know, he's doing things, all right? He's doing things. Oh my god. Oh my lord, this is a weird world. This is a very, very weird world. Okay, so, just now, they should be crossing the... Jesus Christ, boys, you're taking all day about it. Come on, hurry up. Oh, sod it, we'll go without you. Oh, we need a home-based air defense force to defend our own. We do actually need that, yeah, don't we? We do. We do, in fact, need that. There we go. Deploy our aircraft to defend the home islands. Oh, and yet more aircraft being available, including 2 extra squadrons of meteors I didn't know I had. The Royal Navy is currently sitting at 30 carriers, 8 super heavy battleships, 34 battleships, 11 battle cruisers, 50 heavy cruisers, 4 heavy fleet cruisers, 101 light cruisers, 512 destroyers, and 113 submarines. And now that raw mass is going to be dropped on the head of France. And we shall see who blinks first. I'll tell you one thing, it won't be me. No King of England, if not King of France. There goes the nuclear strikes. Send the invasions out. Okay, the nuclear strikes went well. Unfortunately, the strikes on Paris did not fail. And the strikes on other areas also failed, sadly. But the strikes on Cherbourg and Brest succeeded, so that should enable us to get our troops ashore. Position our forces, our fully mechanized army in the south, ready to go ashore at a moment's notice from any of the various southern channel ports. Very good, very good. The weakened and battered French forces are no match. French submarines have tried to hit us. Western Approaches Commander said nah. HMS Hermes has arrived to help assist in that endeavour. Our Marines are getting ashore. Let's see if we can't conduct another nuclear strike against Paris. Oh, we can't. Never mind. Oh, we can't do that for another year. Damn. Never mind. Our boys will get ashore. There are French cruisers operating in the channel, and I'm surprised that we haven't actually found and killed them. 11 destroyers have been killed, probably, and with I think they got jumped by the carrier force. It looks like, yeah. Um, can we get some lads over the channel? I wonder. We should be able to. If we can get some lads over the English Channel, that should help us seize air superiority, I would hope. How are we doing on production of the Meteor? Not enough Meteors. Even at 7 a day, it's not enough Meteors. Come on. Keep it going. Ah. Oh. They're going to assist the... Oh. Oh, dear. That's Raleigh. One of the Cavendishes. She got clobbered by Jean Barc, Dunkirk, and Provence. What actually got her? Do we know? Oh, good lord. The scouting forces have just been chewed up. In the Battle of the Bay of Biscay, we lost so many. So many old and noble names of cruisers lost. And a bunch of destroyers also lost. In the Western Med, we managed to sink the carrier Bern. Queen Elizabeth sank her with gunfire. And the French lost the cruiser Pluton, but we lost the cruiser Coventry. The Eastern North Sea, 11 French destroyers were sunk, but we lost 3 subs. Second Battle of the Eastern North Sea, the French again suffered losses, but again we came out more worse for the wear than they did. In the English Channel, however, we lost a great deal of ships, including one of our large 9.2-inch armed cruisers, HMS Raleigh. In the first month of the war, the naval situation has changed drastically. And it basically demands a response. And with that, the plan is relatively simple. We will totally reconstitute our scouting forces. Completely. Utterly. There we go. And these cruisers will take the names of ships lost to us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. 8. In the previous conflicts. And we need a new class of modern light cruisers. Improved fire control, total race sonar, improved anti-aircraft guns, bow sonar, better torpedo launchers, improved light steam engines. Two sets of improved torpedo launchers amidships and aft. A decent set of depth charges. And then we will batch build a ton of modern destroyers. And this will enable us to completely and utterly reconstitute our somewhat badly battered screen forces lost during the opening days of fighting in and around the Channel and the Bay of Biscay. Oh, our carriers have found the French fleet, and our missile cruisers are engaging. Oh, we've got them. I think we've got them on the run. Oh, no. Casualties for the French are starting to mount. Oh. Oh. Come on, get one of the capital cruisers. Come on, do it. Yes. Don't. Oh. Also, the French carrier aircraft just got absolutely obliterated. Yeah, the French carrier aircraft just got annihilated. Oh no, sorry, these weren't our missile cruisers. These are our 12-inch armed heavy cruisers, but they did their job fairly well. I have to say we did fairly well there. Not perfect, but better than we had any right to do, given some of the circumstances. What passes for France? Oh, we found their other carrier. Oh, that was Bern. That was Bern we sank. That was the same thing. I wonder where the French. I wonder where France's other carrier is. Somewhere, clearly. Yeah, we need to reconstitute our scouting forces, but we're doing that. We're doing that. And we've got BBGs coming in as well, which is good. And obviously more missile cruisers available as well. We may as well exercise the Pacific Fleet so that it's ready for operations. Yeah, the naval invasions need to be recalled. It's not going well. Did they just destroy most of our ships there? They did. Yeah, they sank most of the merchant vessels doing that naval invasion. We drastically need to withdraw our troops and rethink and reevaluate because the... Yeah, it didn't really work that well. All of our marine divisions survived, but it sucked for them. So we need to reorganize, rethink, and most importantly, we need to re-secure the channel. Oh, we found the French fleet again. Oh, yes! Yep, that's all of the 18-inch armed battleships, plus their escorts. We've already sunk Strasbourg. Oh, this is gonna... If this isn't a wipe, I'll be amazed. No, I think it's gonna be a wipe. Oh, one of their capital ships escaped. Don't let the other one get... Oh. Don't let the rest of them get away, boys. Come on. Get as many of them as you can. Okay. The Battle of the English... Not that one. Nope, not that one. That one. The third Battle of the English Channel. Oh, okay. So we got Strasbourg. She got nailed by HMS Endeavour. Indochina and Foch were sunk by HMS Resistance and HMS Dauntless. Emile Bertin was sunk by HMS Hawk. We did lose Calcutta, Emerald, and Swiftsure along with 10 destroyers, but it is still technically a victory. Didn't do too badly there, all told. And with this new status quo having developed over the channel and everything else that comes with it, I feel it is time for us to leave this game here for now. Tune in next week, hopefully, for what possibly will be the conclusion of the Anglo-French War. Take care, folks, and I'll see you all in brew ships if you are viewers of Dr. Clark. If not, then I will see you all around later on. Take care, everybody, and I will catch you all next time. Bye-bye.